The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed gratitude to the people and government of Pakistan for showing solidarity with the oppressed people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir by observing the 5th August as Yom-e-Istihsal. According to Kashmir Media Service, the APHC General Secretary Maulvi Bashir Ahmad Irfani, in a statement issued in Srinagar, said Pakistan's continued support to the Kashmir cause and principled position on the Kashmir dispute has always been a source of encouragement for the Kashmiri people engaged in a just freedom struggle. He maintained that 5th August 2019 is a very painful day in the history of Kashmir when Narendra Modi-led fascist Indian government snatched away all the fundamental rights and freedom of the Kashmiri people. The APHC leader appealed to the United Nations and World Human Rights Organizations to play their role in ending the Indian brutalities in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and granting the Kashmiri people their inalienable right to self-determination. Various Sikh bodies including Shiromani Akali Dal Amritsar, Sikh Intellectual Circle, International Sikh Federation and Sikh Student Federation observed August 5th as Black Day to condemn the Indian illegal action of repealing the special status of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir on that day in 2019. The leaders of these organizations in a meeting in Jammu unanimously resolved to resist the communal agenda of present fascist rulers of India to convert the Muslim majority occupied territory into a Hindu majority region. Meanwhile, people took out Muharram processions in Srinagar, Budgam and other areas of the occupied territory to pay glowing tributes to great sacrifices rendered by Hazrat Imam Hussain, the grandson of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ and his companions in Karbala for the cause of Islam. Noted Indian journalist and Alt News co-founder Muhammad Zubair, who is recently released on bail after almost 1 month detention, in an interview in New Delhi said the Kashmiri youth who were lodged in Tihar jail told him that nobody speaks up for the Kashmiri Muslims. He said there were Kashmiri youngsters in his cell in Tihar jail, first year or second year students, all arrested after the abrogation of special status of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir for sharing a post on social media. In Washington, on the occasion of Yom-e-Istihsal Kashmir, World Kashmir Awareness Forum through digital advertising trucks highlighted the human rights violations being committed by Indian troops in occupied Kashmir. The messages flashed on the occasion included hold India accountable for war crimes, knocking at world conscience, stop demographic terrorism in Kashmir and implement UN resolutions on Kashmir. 14 members of the European Parliament have written a letter to the European Commission's President Ursula von der Leyen and Vice President Joseph Borrell, conveying serious concerns over the grave systematic human rights violations by the Indian troops in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. The letter says that the people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir are being subjected to intolerable suppression for their freedom and fundamental rights for the past over 7 decades. The MEPs highlighted that since August 5, 2019, it appears more evident that India has abandoned any political approach to the situation in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and is managing it with almost exclusively military means.